Oh well, it's Saturday morning now and I'm leaving Ority. We haven't really had much of a look around the lake there, but anyway, I'm heading off. It's 10:15, time's getting on. So it was really good to spend the night with some family and have a bit of a catch up. So let's head off to Whakamaru. We're going to go to the Whakamaru Dam, have a bit of a look there, and might do a bit of filming around the place just to do a bit of a story perhaps. So let's head off. So as I said yesterday, when you first head off, it takes a little while to settle into the ride. A good 10 or 15 minutes before you start to really sink into the bike and everything gets warmed up. Anyway, it's a beautiful day today, and hopefully we can have a good ride, enjoy the sunshine, and be home around about 4 o'clock, somewhere around there. Here we go. Take a ride, that's the direction we want to be heading. This dam and power station here is one of New Zealand's major hydroelectricity facilities. It produces up to 124 megawatts, I believe, and it's got 4 generators, and it links a number of high voltage lines, and it makes a really significant contribution to the electricity supply in the North Island. So if you're driving along the southern motorway heading into Auckland, there's a whole lot of big pylons along the side of the motorway there that you can see, and those pylons carry the electricity that comes from this power station. So this is a significant dam and power station, this facility here. It's quite significant, and it runs a fairly big chunk of the North Island, so it's an important piece of our infrastructure. Great facility, great dam, great power station. So I've just come down here to the bottom of the dam just to have a bit of a look and get a little bit of footage. And just here behind me is the familiar hum of a couple of transformers down here at the base of the dam, which of course is a familiar sound to me. I used to do a little bit of substation maintenance when I was a faultman. I wasn't heavily involved in that, but I often used to visit the substations and had to do readings and check on things, and there was always that familiar hum of the transformer out in the yard humming. So this kind of reminds me of that, takes me back a little bit. And also up here in these insulators up here, there's a little bit of a sizzle going on, a little bit of a crackle. It's a familiar sound to me too. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's been good to be here and do this today. You know, when you're making videos and movies, there's a thing that they call bloopers, and little bloopers happen from time to time, and they happen to me too. So here's something that's a little bit funny. I think you might be amused by this. So I've come down here to the bottom of the dam, and I can hear a familiar sound over here, the familiar hum of transformers. It sort of takes me back a little bit, and I've just realised that one of the lenses in these glasses is missing. Well, there's just one more thing that I want to have a look at before we leave here, and it's just across the road here. There's a power line that comes into this power station here, and over here on my left you can see this big wooden power pole here, and also this one here right in front of me, and then it goes across the little estuary there and carries on up the road. So we'll go around there and I'll tell you a bit more about it. So what's a little bit special about this power line for me is that back in the late 1990s, so that's 26 or so years ago now, the contracting company that I worked for was involved quite heavily in building this line. This line here comes from Mokai, from the geothermal Mokai power station, and the contractor at the time engaged our people from the Waihi depot to be involved in building this line. So it was quite a significant job. These are big poles. They're 50-foot pine poles, and it was quite a feat to do this job. So it was a little bit of a landmark project for our little depot to be involved in this. So I'll just stop here, and right in front of me here, up there on that little knob, you can see a pole. I wasn't involved in putting these poles up, but I came down here for a week when they ran the aerial earth across the top of it, which is the little bracket that you can see with that wire on. So one of my jobs was to carry a ladder up to that little knob there, climb up that pole and sit on top of that pole, and when the helicopter flew past, I had to put the wire into the running block, into the pulley that was up there. So the helicopter came flying along, and there was a man on every pole. You can see here in this clip here, on this bracket on this pole here. So I came down for the week that we did that, and the overhead earth return wire was right back to the Mokai power station. So it was quite an exciting week. I wasn't involved in the heavy construction of this line, but it was good to come down here. So I sat on top of that pole up there about 26, 27 years ago, and I have to tell you, it's a wonder I didn't die carrying that ladder up to that little knob. About a year after this job, I had a heart attack and had major heart surgery after that. So that was 26 years ago. I'm doing well. I'm really doing well. So I just had to bring you here and show you this pole. How exciting is that? These poles were quite high. They're 50-foot pine poles, and they have pegs, so you put the ladder up as far as it would go, climb up the ladder and then climb off the top of the ladder onto the pegs and make your way, the rest of your way up to the top of the pole. So there's the power line there, and away it goes over the hills and across to the other side there. I'll just call in here. Well, I just had a great experience there. I called into the house there, and there was an old chap there. His name's Les. He was actually over in his workshop, and he owns the farm here where this line is, and he was here 25 years ago when this line was constructed. He is 90 years old now, and he still drives his tractor and feeds his cattle. He was at the shed there fixing up his tractor and getting ready to go and feed out. And so I introduced myself to him. He was more than happy to see me. And we did a little bit of reminiscing together, and he remembered some of the people that were here that worked on the line. I was amazed. His mind is as sharp as a pin. He's a little bit hard of hearing, but he was still pretty, his brain was still pretty sharp, which was amazing. Anyway, he was happy to see me, and he let me put the drone up for a look around. So I flew from his property there. He owns a fairly big chunk of the land around where the line is at this end, where it goes through, starts its journey through to Mokai. So that was amazing to see him. Anybody that watches this video that worked on this line, there might be one or two of my friends that watch 2 of my videos. You might be interested to know that Les, that lived up this road here, I think we used to leave some of the gear in his paddock there. He's 90 years old, he's still alive, and he's as sharp as a tack. So there you go. What an inspiration. So I was truly grateful to Les for letting me fly my drone, and I got some good footage of the lake, the backup lake from the Whakamaru Dam. Really nice. Really nice ride, really nice day today. I've had a great time. It's time to head for home. So here I am at the Dam Cafe. That's what it's called, the Dam Cafe. So I'm going to have some lunch here and then I'm going to head for home. Oh, look at these nice motorbikes here. Cool. Well, that's it folks for today. I've had a really great day today. Hopefully I've got enough footage to make up a really good video. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. That would be really great. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.